We're going to move on here to the last sort of category we have to talk about with the alpha. And this isn't exactly things that they asked us to test. So I'm going to break my own rule here a little bit. But these are pretty interesting things that have caused some pretty strong reactions in the community, both of which I believe came out of people finding ways to test things through going into the tutorials, the in-game training, not the tutorials, but the in-game training missions. And they discovered some pretty darn interesting things. This first one, we've got a video control you can throw up. Kai, you can kick this one off. It's about the SRVs.
Sure. So there have been sort of two issues, and I think they're both of the ones that you're about to mention.
Yeah.
The first is the SRV issue. So as you said, you can go into the tutorial mission, the training mission part of the launcher and see. Now, what you're going to see here is that in Horizons, the way the SRV handles is a very specific way. And with drive assist on, it is sort of grippy and sort of easy and whatever. With drive assist off, it requires a lot more skill and sort of training and practice to get really, really good at it. But you can make the SRV sing. You can make it do amazing fucking like legitimate Van Gogh level art with what you can do with your skills with the SRV. The new version that immediately the race community dug into, because that's what they were super, super interested in. The new version of the SRV is baby's first SRV. And let me tell you, it's awesome if you don't know how to drive an SRV. It's grippy. It turns great. It's almost impossible to tip it over. It's almost impossible to make it spin out. It's just phenomenal for a brand new, never before, zero skill SRV driver. And that's great. But that all came at the cost of taking away the amazing shit you can do with the SRV if you know how to drive it, if you really know what to do. So the entire race community, the buckyball racers, the elite racers, the entire race community has just been so very gutted, just heartbroken by these changes. Now, I've been working with them and have been trying to sort of promote their expressions, their feelings on this, just the same way that I've kind of been working with Souverine and trying to promote his feelings on the zero G situation. And, you know, basically, I think what I would like, and I don't speak for the entire elite racing community, you're going to need to ask them what they feel specifically, but what I would very much like to see as a compromise here is keep the driving, the new SRV mode, and make that drive assist on so that it's easier for new players, whatever. Okay, I get it. But take the current method of driving with drive assist off and make that the new version of drive assist off. So that, I think, does right by the most amount of players in that your noobs can have the baby's first SRV super easy interaction. And the, you know, let's face it, 90% of the SRV driving that really happens is being done by your old school SRV race community who very, very strongly feel that they want it to stay as is. And I think that that's a good compromise, that it kind of gives everybody sort of a shot. I've promoted this idea a lot, and I even pushed it to Frontier, and we got an answer from Frontier on Thursday's live stream. Control, can you play that clip?
Just a sort of question in there. I think it was from Kai, reference the SRV handling. We are aware of it. And as I'll point out, this is obviously an alpha, and we are very conscious that players are very happy with how the SRV handles. So expect more news on that soon. We are not blind to the fact that players want it to remain as is. So please bear with us and let us handle the feedback. But it's not been ignored.
All right. So there it is. I think I hope that Frontier will sort of take that and run with it as far as, you know, like I said, try to do right by as many people as possible. Give the brand new noobs who, and there's a lot of existing players who are like, I cannot stand the SRV. It's dog shit to drive. I think those players will vastly prefer this. I think that some coder at Frontier did a good job of dumbing down the SRV massively and making it sort of new player friendly. And you know what? To those people, absolutely, they should have access to an easier experience if that is what they want. But by allowing the current, like, don't take away the current version, make the drive assist off version what it is now, so that all of those guys that really, and once you learn it, once you spend some time getting the skills, you can do amazing things with the SRV. And all of that will be lost if Frontier just sort of bulldozers it and says, here's the new thing, and the old thing is dead. And so many people will be heartbroken.